a little bit about the haves and have-nots and what's going on in our society. I think is poignant. Let me know what you think by putting an R in the chat if it resonates with you. All right. Let's see. What's my video? Right here. And full screen.
We're the land of the free, the home of the brave. See, if you want to be successful, you just work hard and save. That's the American dream. It sparked all kinds of rage with maximum work for minimum wage. You make 15 bucks an hour, but you only bring home a 10 spot. So you work 40 hours, get paid. Then what? That plan has never worked, not one time, not ever. You could take 15 people, put them together. You know what, forget that. You could take 25, they still wouldn't have enough to survive. Because if you're aiming to work hard for money, you'll miss. Hard work doesn't look like this. Hard work looks like this. The average nurse works a 12-hour shift. For the average CEO, it's roughly a fifth of that, but those couple of hours earn a lot more zeros. We pay these people next to nothing, but we call them our heroes. He has 13 confirmed terrorist kills. He has a Medal of Honor, and he can't pay his bills. He's behind on rent he shouldn't even be paying. It is someone else's asset. Please hear what I am saying. I am no better than you. I'm not brighter or smarter, and I won't even tell you that I've worked any harder, but I did take action. I listened and I learned because I had a drive inside of me that festered and burned to do something better because that plan is a lie. Work 40 years, retire and die? No thanks. I'm done with that. I cannot take it anymore. Republicans and Democrats, how about the rich and the poor? The true struggle that we can't see because we're blind, that Fox News and CNN are just the curtain we're not supposed to look behind. Well, I took a peek. I learned how to truly own things and not just to buy stuff. I learned to weather the storm when the sky's rough because I can buy another house every couple of years. It's owning assets that mitigates fears, and I know you're scared. I don't blame you. These words are not meant to embarrass or shame you because I have been in the exact same place that you're going through. There is a better way, I promise. I'll show you.
So if that resonated with anybody, put an R in the chat. If that's you and you saying, listen, I've been working all these hours and a politician and a CEO works 3 hours and they make triple what I make, there's a problem. There's a problem with me or a problem with society or a problem with this way financial structure is made, but that something's not right. All right, got some R's. Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome, awesome. So again, thank you guys for being here this morning. I saw people come in. I saw Gregory come in. Gregory, I'm glad you made it. We just talked 2 seconds ago. Glad you made it. And I'm excited you guys are here on a Sunday morning. So let's talk about it. All right. So how can I help you? If I can help you meet some financial goals in the next 12 months, would that be important to you? Right? Would that be life changing? If I help you create more income, right, through income systems and real estate, put a Y in the chat. If I can help you with those things, that's great. Like, you know, Ron, I can an extra 500, so cash flow and $500 a month would really change things for me. Then you're in the right place. Or 600 a month, 1,000, whatever money that cash flow will be for you. If I can help you pay less in taxes, right? Because let's fit it. We all have the same tax code, but if I can help you pay less in taxes, would that be a benefit to you? That's what the wealthy do. They use the tax code to their benefit. Now, if I can help you pay off more in your more of your debt faster, shave off years on your mortgage, would that be of some help to you, right? Because I know, listen, the mortgages would be crazy. I mean, it's 30 years plus you're paying for a property. If I can have even better, if I can help you have bigger term returns, I can't speak, bigger returns on your 401ks and IRAs, would that be a help for you? Because there is another way. You don't have to have it in mutual funds. You can have we're going to show you how you can self-direct your funds and have them in real estate and making better returns. Now, if that's a benefit, you put a Y in the chat as well. We're going to touch on a lot of those things. I'm going to give you a lot of little tips today that can make sense. Now, I want to also scope out today. We're going to talk about an hour and a half. So if you have an hour of your half of your time to stay with us, that's great. If you don't have enough time, that's fine. But I just want to let you know that the scope of what I'm going to talk about, because there's a lot that I have to share with you guys. So who I have on the line? What is your strategy du jour, right? If you're a wholesaler or you're a potential wholesaler or you're already doing it, put a W. If you're a fix and flipper, put an F. You're buying whole person, you want rentals, put a B. I want to know who's on the line so I can kind of tailor my conversation for that person. Multifamily, tax liens, short term, put your number, put your letters in the chat, and then I'll share a nugget on that facet today that might help you in your journey. So let me see. I got a lot of W's. I got B's, W, B, W, W, B, W. Oh wow, a lot of wholesalers looking to get into wholesaling. BMW, awesome. He said BMW. I know that's spelled out a car as well. BMW, awesome. Great. So I got a lot of wholesalers on the line, so I'll make this poignant for wholesalers. And if you haven't seen, if you weren't on our property tour yesterday, it was a wholesale property tour. Ask the person who invited you about getting that link and seeing that recording because that was life changing. I know wholesaling looks sexy, but there are some pitfalls and things in that I want to talk about that are important. All right, but let's move beyond that. Today, I want to talk about a thing that when I saw that video from Eric Counts, I thought about something that the average person doesn't use. And that's the difference between, to me, the wealthy and the well-off and the average person and the working lay person is leverage, right? Leverage. If you're working a 9 to 5, there's nobody really to leverage. You leverage your time every day and that's it. But you know, and again, some of you on the line might be doing okay with real estate. You might say, Ron, why, you know, I don't know why I'm here. I know real estate already. I'm good. But can you get better? I'm challenging you. Can you get better? Can you go from flipping one house every 2 or 3 years to flipping 4 or 5? I have team members with plans to flip 100 this year, right? So let's leverage. You say, Ron, what do I leverage? Leverage other people's money. That's what the wealthy do. They don't have any, they're over leveraged, right? You got to leverage money. Leverage other people's money. Not only that, with our community, you can leverage other people's time. Right? If I can talk to Tamara and she can tell me how to avoid a pitfall, I've leveraged her time and I can make better. I can do and go more advanced than what she's done or Jason's done. And you can leverage other people's knowledge. Don't go down that road. I tried that. Try this, right? Or classes that people have millionaire investors who do our practitioners for our classes. If you can leverage their knowledge so you can be advanced and do things at a faster pace, would that be a benefit to you? Now, if these things benefit you, then you're in the right place. So I want to talk about that. I think that's one thing that people don't talk about. The average person doesn't talk about is leverage. And that's a great word. Use that word today. It's your vocabulary word today. Use that word. Put a Y if you want to use that word today, because that's a powerful word. It's a powerful word, right? And other people's experience. I forgot to put that one there. People's experience is important. Leverage. Leverage. Now, this is where I leverage. This is the team that I leverage. I leverage my whole community, my whole Renatus community is who I leverage. I leverage everybody on the line right here because that's what I came in. I said, if I want to make it, I got to leverage everybody's experiences and education. And this team has been helping people leverage other people since 2005, setting people free from their jobs, creating $1 million investors from average people, everyday people who just got educated and got connected and started changing their lives. And I hear this story every week. We share stories about these people. All right. We have people in growing markets across the nation doing the same thing, having meetings, having these conversations. Arizona, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, anywhere. There's people talking and having meetings and connecting and being a community. All right. And this is me, Ronald Speedbay. I put my name, I'm old fashioned. So my name is here and I stand by my name. I want my name to hold weight. So I'm here talking about it. All right. I'm no fancy to anybody else. I'm a teacher for 20 years. I've had my master's in education. I've done music production. I've done graphic design, and I'm always and forever sarcastic. All right, always. Anybody else sarcastic? Put an S in the chat. You're sarcastic, but that's me. And these are the two deals. I was a lender on one of these deals, and this is the deal that I was trying to come through. Me and Jason were trying to put together. It was a multifamily in another state that didn't come to pass. But I love the fact that for me, it's a milestone that I was able to put together a plan and understand how I could analyze a 12-unit property out of state virtually and put this deal together. And these are some of the classes I use to get these to leverage the knowledge of others, right? Again, that word leverage. So I can get this property under and contract and understand that the cap rate was a problem with this property. Anybody know what cap rate is? That's a term we're gonna talk about today as well. But the cap rate was too high, didn't make sense. And then we realized we leveraged a team member in Chicago. She drove around. She said, Ron, there's nothing around this area. There's nothing to support the income you're going to get from those tenants. So we decided to pass on this property. And good thing, because there was some other problems that happened in that community. But I learned that at that time to leverage the information in the classes that we had that really helped me understand this class. All right. But who we are, we're a real estate ecosystem, as Jason called it. We're a real estate ecosystem. We're always immersing people in real estate situations, right? How would you like to go from analyzing a deal to one of our masterminds and connecting with your team in a study group, and then going from there to the closing table where you're doing deals with your team members and people that you've connected with and made communications with, right? Maybe befriended. You guys figured out, okay, I've got the cash, you've got the credit. I've got the deal, you've got the credit. Let's leverage each other and let's make deals together. And then from there, we go to a property tour where we're sharing the information about our deal. So the same deal they were closing right here, now they're inside of it with other investors learning. If you haven't been to our property tour yesterday, anybody was at our property tour yesterday? That's the same thing we did in person. Now we do it online. You can come and leverage our information, learn from us, go inside a property. Where else are you going to get an investor to open up his property, show you how he got it, tell you what he did, what classes he took, and then tell you the profit? That doesn't happen anywhere. We've all been to that open house, and all they want to know is, can you close? Are you approved? If you're not, okay, great to see you. You can look around, but here's the exit. Difference. It's a big difference from us, right? So here's our schedule. Our weekly schedule changes every week. We have property tours usually every Saturday. We have group coaching, group study groups. That's new Monday nights. We're always together leveraging each other's information and time and knowledge. That's important, connecting. Because a lot of times if your network isn't strong, you do the same thing that they're doing. And together we're always investing and thinking about our knowledge, right? So you're all here early on a Sunday morning for what we call an opportunity, a set of circumstances that can make things possible, make something possible, right? It's not a job, it's nothing like that. This is just an opportunity. All right, and the purpose of the meeting is just to talk to you about Renatus's offerings, our education services, which comes kit and caboodle with our whole community, and then our independent contractor marketer, which is more like another income system that you can create just from sharing the knowledge that you're learning about our community. Now, again, you can all take a deep breath. You're not gonna be asked to Cash App, Venmo me. You're not gonna say, wait, there's more. And if you act now, none of that. I want you just to sit back, take some notes, soak in the information, and just hear more. This is the first step of 3. This is the first step of just the introduction. The next step is the follow-up Q&A where we go deep and you bring your questions and we go deeper into the education. That's fair? Put a Y if everybody's clear so far on why we're here. Put a Y, say, okay, I get it, I'm relaxed. I just want to hear what you have to share and let's move forward, right? And if you want to hear more, you contact the person who invited you, right? Thank you, I got some Ys. Thank you. Let me go over my disclosures before we get started, because you know this is a legit Sioux country. I'm an independent contractor, Marco Renatus. I'm not here. I'm not getting paid to be here. I'm just here, and I do get paid from people who buy the community, the education. That's another one of my income systems besides my real estate. All right. I'm only a licensed teacher and driver. That's it. And it's snowing outside, so I'm not driving anywhere. But if you are doing a real estate transaction, I always say you seek legal counsel as far as attorneys, lawyers, financial advisors, brokers, of anything of that nature. Always seek financial counsel. These slides are the intellectual property of Renatus, but you can take pictures and say, hey, I want to learn more about this. So take pictures. I'll say, take a snapshot. If you miss something, you want to take a snapshot, please take a picture at any time. I have no problem for your own knowledge to answer questions. That's what I did when I first came. I took a ton of pictures and I thought about it, and then I asked questions at a meeting. And again, a lot of these deals we're going to talk about can't be projected growth. I'm not going to show that prove that you're going to do it. There are no guarantees in real estate like there is in life. They're just for explanation purposes and to show you the power of how what people did when they had our information, they leveraged our community, and they made things happen. Is that fair? All my disclaimers are out. Listen, you're welcome, Hanel. Thank you for your integrity, Hanel. I appreciate that. I like Hanel a lot. So I know you're saying this, so why am I here? So if anybody here is for a better lifestyle, put an L in the chat. Anybody wants to fly private jets, nice fancy cars, life on the beach. Now, I'm gonna let you know what my plan is. My goal and everybody knows it. Jason knows it. I'm sure you hear it all the time. Is to be on the beach, relaxing with a virgin drink because I don't drink, and having my rental checks come in. My rental, hearing that ping on my phone, and my income checks are coming in. That rental income is coming in, so I ain't got to move. You know, that first and the 15th when you get ping and all your tenants are paying you. Anybody want to be there? Sounds great, right? What about you? Maybe you say, no, I don't want that. I want a community. I want to work alongside people. I want to build up my community and I want to have that support. That's what we do. We're all team members together. They're all wearing the same shirt. I don't know why. This is me and my team at one of our conferences. And this is us at our conferences. We used to get together pre-COVID, of course. And then, you know what, Ron? I don't want all that. I want a system. Show me a system how I can find deals on the MLS. I can use lead pipes. I can use a deal analyzer. I can estimate repairs and get more deals done. You know, I want a system. Put an S in the chat. If you want a system, put an S in the chat. That's fine. Or maybe, you know, Ron, I want to be recognized. I work day in and day out, Ron, and I don't get recognized. But if I come late, they're on my back. And that's what I hate that about my job, right? But our CEO is notorious for his award ceremonies. He loves to give out awards. The people on the top here, just to give information, are people who made 100K plus in real estate. That's all the people here who made 100K plus in real estate. And the people on the bottom here made 10K plus a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month from our income systems. And then we got two of them on the line. Then we got Tamara and Jason on the line, both at 10,000 plus months. Or you say, you know what, Ron, I don't care about all that. Ron, just show me the proof. Where's a P at? Are you guys really doing real estate deals? Can you guys really help us? Are the classes really going on? What's happening? Are we really deals during COVID? Yes and yes. Or yes or yes. Either way. Right? Nobody with P? Nobody wants proof? I wanted proof they were doing deals. And I'll tell you why and what happened. All right. So we're going to talk about the 5 pillars of wealth: real estate, taxes, education, banking, and business. And this is what the wealthy use. They leverage all these to get where they got to go. And we'll talk about 4 of these today. And if we have a chance, maybe come on Wednesday and see the 5th one. Is that fair? So let's get into it. Let's talk about the 4 currencies, right? Because we all have currencies out there. You guys don't really realize it, but you have access to 4 currencies: money, time, knowledge, and relationships. Which one do you think is most valuable? If it's money, put an M. If it's T, put a T. If it's time, put a T. If it's knowledge, put a K. If it's R, relationships, put an R, right? Because we all have to leverage these things, but what's most important to you? What's most important? All right, Ada said time. Time, to me, I see some Ks, I see saying, okay. Time is the most important. When you're on your, especially during this COVID time, you realize that you have to leverage your time. Your time is precious. We're not promised tomorrow. But the great thing about the other currencies is that you can leverage those to get more money and more real estate, right? We all leverage time at our jobs to get more money. We all knowledge, like go to school to get a degree to get more money. And in relationships, you guys are all leveraging relationships that you didn't even know existed with Discover and Visa and MasterCard. What happens when you pay Visa and MasterCard every month faithfully? They give you more money. They increase your incomes. And that's the beauty of leveraging. And you also leverage another one, I would say, relationships with people like us, like you can leverage them. So this is the cash flow quadrant. Anybody seen the cash flow quadrant? Put a CQ if you've seen it. Put an N if you've never seen the cash flow quadrant, because it's one of the things that Kiyosaki talks about all the time. I'm going to talk about this because this is how he feels. These are the 4 ways that people make income, right? You're either in one of these boxes making income right now. And the goal to me is to get onto this right side of the quadrant, right? This is right, my right side, your left side, right? Because you want to be over here. Now, as an employee, we all trade time for money. Everybody's employees, put an E if you're an employee, right? You're trading time for money. The way to make more money, you work more hours. Maybe you work your weekends. And the self-employed is a little different because you have the illusion of freedom, right? If we should say illusion, right? Because you still got to work. Somebody's writing on my screen. Hold on. Who's writing on my screen and why? Why would you do that? Right? So the illusion to me is that you make your own time. You can work. Okay, I'm only going to work on the nights because I'm a self-employed person, like, you know, like a realtor or Uber driver. But the problem is, if you get sick or something happens, what happens? There's no income. You have to be there. You are the income producing thing. You are trading time for money. But the business owner and the investor, business owner has a system. So it's a little different. I might have somebody else running my system. I have something going on like real estate or like a rental property, right? Or a business where you have employees. That's a system. So you're not exclusive. You don't have to be there and the stuff still moves and the money still comes to you. So that's our goal. Our goal is to be on this side. And our ultimate goal is to be an investor where you're just sitting again, literally on the beach, and you're lending out money like Jason. Jason's a money lender, and your money's just making money. You're just making interest on your money. You don't have to move. And that's the goal. The goal is to be here where you're the eye, where your money's just making money and you don't have to do anything. It's just compounding on itself. Okay. That's okay, Derek. No problem. Right. So then what if you notice, you see my colors right there? 95% of the population is here on the E and S side, and they control 5% of the wealth. Whereas on the other side, 5% of the population, the 1% they call them, right, have all of the wealth. So let's get on this side. I don't care if you have a lemonade stand or something, but you want to get yourself to the business owner side. And I'm going to tell you why. There's more deductions and more taxes on it, more tax deductions and more benefits on this side as well. Let's move on. So to me, you're here on a Sunday morning. I like to tell you this every time, for a reason. You got up this morning and you got on this meeting for a reason, right? Everything you've done to this point has gotten you here. I always believe in faith, a little bit of faith and a little bit of faith, right? What you've done to this point has got you here. Maybe you've got some good results. Maybe if it's just a shift in who you're around or what you're learning that can change your results and put you on the path that you are supposed to be on, right? What if you say, it's that first meeting that Sunday morning with Ron, and now look at me. I'm doing much better. I'm with a community I'm investing. I always think there's that one shift that we could do, a little tinker we could do in our lives that can really make the difference. And I hope that I can, right? So let's get into real estate, because I know you guys want to know, what's the real estate? Are they really doing real estate during COVID? Yes, real estate is popping during COVID. I'm gonna let you know right now. So again, this is disclaimer. This is when money's made by applying real estate investing education. There's no way example. Each investment is unique as the real estate itself. So there's no promises. I'm not promising you, wait, you're going to be $1 million investor tomorrow. No, no promises. But I want to let you know what happened. Again, take a screenshot of this. There's massive income strategies and there's passive income strategies. Massive and passive. Massive means just one big lump sum payday. Boom. Passive means you're not doing anything and those increments of cash flow just keep coming in, keep rolling in. And that's the difference between massive and passive. I like passive, but massive is not bad either. And like yesterday, if you know yesterday's tour, massive was awesome. But let's talk about it. So we have this team. We have my boy Jason right now. This is his deal. This is the deal he did in Delaware. And as you can see from the price, you always want to buy your purchase and produce that profits to produce that purchase. So you always want to get a property that's really, really low, that has a high ARV. I can't speak this morning. I don't know why, but I can't. Anyway, so, and again, this is a deal that him and his partner did together. They leverage each other's information. They leverage a team member who had the lead, and they got this property together. Isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it look shiny and great? You want to work in there? Right? Now, the great thing about this property, again, is that Jason was able to purchase this property with a credit card. Right? Those little slips you get, those little, what do they call them? I can't think of the name. The little checks you get that you could use for 0% interest. Jason used one of these, his credit cards, to buy this property. And I didn't know you could do that. Put a convenience check. Thank you, Jason. I can't think this morning. Anyways, okay. All right. So anybody know you could use a credit card to buy a property? Put a C if you did. You could use a credit card to buy a property. Because I didn't know that before I got here. And again, at our property tours, we're doing this. We're showing people the acquisition, the funding, the exit strategy, the profit margin. As you can see, the team members are coming together to help clean out this property, right? And he's still working this property right now, by the way. And again, there's another one. Jason and the other team members are on this deal as well. Jason was a money lender on this deal as well. But again, we team together, we pool our resources together to buy properties. And this one is in the Bronx, New York, bring a little closer to the property in New York, because you can see the price, big difference, different area. But they got this from a pocket listing. Anybody know what a pocket listing is? A pocket listing is a property that an agent had that he was given to only clientele that he wanted to give it to. It wasn't on MLS. And again, that's right, Jason. This was my first property tour. This is the first one I saw, and I went and I'm like, are they really doing real deals? I wanted to really see it for myself. And I saw that they were actually so sharing and caring. They opened up the doors, they took notes. As you can see, people have papers and pens in their hand, and they're asking questions, and they're getting their questions answered at the property. Again, where else are you going to find that? That's so unique to me. I've never seen anything like that. And I was really blessed to be a part of that. And again, this one is a powerful story to me, because generational wealth is really important to me. And Calvin right here, and again, I always learn something new from every tour, and I leverage everybody's information. Calvin was able to have his father self-direct his IRA to be a lender on this deal. So the money went from that deal right back to his father's retirement, so he can help his father retire quicker. What would it be like to leverage your other people's, your parents or your family's retirement funds instead of chugging along with the market in real estate, making 12 to 15%? We can show you how to do that, right? Wouldn't that be powerful to create generational wealth, right? Put a wire if that would be powerful for your family to help them take their money out of mutual funds that are not making any money and put it in real estate, right? That would be, I don't know. Nobody said why? Oh my God, I would. I love to do that. I can't wait for my dad to let loose his purse strings. But anyway, again, we went over the acquisition, the funding, the exit strategy, the profit margin, and everything. Now let's go into short sales. Now I'm sure people on the line might be like, well, what is a short sale, Rod? Now, a short sale is where you negotiate. Let's say a person can't pay for, let's say this person right here couldn't pay for the property anymore. It's just they're going to lose it. So another investor comes and you would negotiate with the bank for a lower payment from that bank. That's what a negotiation. And that profit, that margin is usually given to the investor who pays for it. And this is called a short sale. And Jose did a great thing with these. He loved short sales, right? But again, the misconception about short sales is that they're short, and they're not. They take a long time. It takes like 6 to 12 months to negotiate with a bank for them to take that lower amount, but it can be very profitable. As you can see, him and his partner split 100 grand. Took them about 12 months to put that deal together, but they split 100 grand. Who would say, you know what, I could wait 12 months to split 50K with somebody? Put a Y in the chat if you could wait 12 months to split 50K with somebody else. I know I would. And at the same time, I'm looking for other deals. For sure, I would do that. I would do that all day. And our classes teach you how to do that. You can leverage Jose and the classes to help you learn how to do your own short sales or manage those own short sales, right? And again, I go back to this one. Again, this is another one. Jose bought a house for his mom, but he's also helping her retire. I think this month, the funds from this deal are going back to his mother's retirement as well. So again, we're always creating those income systems. And again, just to talk a little bit about Jose, he wasn't versed in real estate. He didn't know anything about real estate. I don't think yesterday, I think you saw him on the tour. Was anybody on the tour yesterday and met Jose? Put a Y if you were on the tour yesterday. Jose didn't know about real estate. He wasn't even on his radar, but when he came to a meeting and he learned out how much he can make and how he can maybe retire his mom because he had a goal of being a millionaire, he learned the skills here. He took his time, took his classes, leveraged people like Hugh and the people in the community who have done it, and he started making money in real estate. Again, we're just average people who took chances, got information, got connected, and it made a big difference, right? The tour was amazing yesterday. Again, ask about that tour yesterday. He made 70 grand on a wholesale deal, but I'll tell you about it in a minute. So, wholesaling. Now, a lot of you might be newbies, might be online. Everybody know what wholesaling means? If you don't know what wholesaling, put an N. I'll tell you what wholesaling is. But this is Giovanni. Giovanni is the W-2 employee, another person who wasn't really thinking about being in real estate, but he came with his friend to a meeting and he said, wow, I can make really big returns, really big profits, massive income from just putting deals together. Sure. Oh, Hanal, you don't? Okay, great. I'm gonna tell you about it. So Hanal, what a wholesale is basically is you're selling your right. You can contract, let's say he put this property, negotiate with this owner to get that property for, I don't know, I think it was $245. And then you could turn around and sell his interest in that property to an end buyer or a cash buyer for $255. And that difference, that 10,000 difference is his profit. So basically he's just selling paper. He's selling his contract rights. So he doesn't own the property, he's just selling his rights. But there's other ways to do it, but that's just one way of doing it, basically. That makes sense? Oh, no, is that good? And there's a little more in depth than that, but that's basically what he is. He's selling his interest, Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I want this to be information. I want you guys to learn something today. So again, he didn't have any knowledge, but what he did is, and this took him 8 months to make 10K. Who waits 8 months to make 10K on the side, right? On the side of their job. That's a nice little side income. Would that interest anybody on here? Yeah, you don't have to, well, I told you, you don't have to put any money up, just your credit. No credit, no money needed. Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Jason is my second person here, right? So, but Gio took massive action. He didn't just get the education in the community and sit on it. He was actually working day and night, always looking at deals, analyzing deals. And the great thing about this is kind of shows the power of the community. We all came together to champion Gio at his property tour. Look how many people, this is pre-COVID, right before COVID hit. All these people here wanted to learn how he did this wholesale deal, right? Exactly. All these people want to come here and check him out. And this is Joe and Jason, who didn't make money off the deal, were helping Gio, saying, good job, man, well done. We always support each other. We're all there. Team members are there. I was somewhere in the back social distancing, like Jay said before, it was fashionable, right? Again, we'll learn the acquisition, the funding, the exit strategy, and the profit margin, right? So again, but another thing about this one is that using our income systems, some people, team members were able to make money from other people's property tours. And I'll tell you about that later. Income systems, how you can make money from somebody else's deal could be a game changer for you as well, right? And again, this house was wholesaled during COVID, right? Wholesale during COVID, nothing stopped. They still made money, and I think it closed right during COVID for $475. I think they bought it for $255 and sold it for $475. So each person made a nice profit. He made a profit just from selling his contract, and the investor made a profit just from flipping the property. So it's a win-win from everybody. Sold. Now let's go into single-family rentals. Anybody interested? I think some of you said you're interested in rental properties, so I'll go over rental properties. And this is another team member, another young guy. Who's a veteran, born and raised in Hawaii, joined our team. But the funny thing about JC is before he joined our team, like some of you on the line here, you might be already investing in properties or might have a deal under contract right now. And he came to our tour, our properties, to one of our meetings, and he was really excited. He had a property under contract, and he was really kind of, not cocky, but really confident. He said, I don't really think I need your education, the community. I'm doing pretty well. I already have a deal. So we say, you know what? Why don't you come to one of our masterminds with your deal, and let's put it on the table, and let's have some other investors look it over. And this is the knowledge and the leveraging I'm talking about. So he put his deal on the table, and for lack of better words, we tore his deal up. We tore it apart. There's a lot of things he didn't account for. And again, the scary thing about real estate, and I'll just make this caution to everybody, you don't know what you don't know. And if you're not aware of it, then it could hurt you. And if he'd have gotten that deal without us being really giving him those tips, he left that meeting kind of defeated, but he realized, I got to get out of this deal because it's not making any sense. I'm going to lose my money. So he got out of that deal. 3 months later, he joined our team. And 3 months later after that, he became a virtual rental owner. Now he's got 4 virtual property tours, virtual properties, single family rentals in the Quad cities. He's in Queens. His property's in Illinois. He's got 4 of them cash flowing about $1,000+ a month. Would that interest you? With $1,000 a month in cash virtually, not even going to the property? Ask me if he's seen the properties. Has he seen the properties, Ron? No, he hasn't been to those properties yet because of COVID. He's not really traveling, but he's got turnkey properties, and turnkeys are properties that are already furnished and ready to go. Just turn the key, walk right in, and you can rent it out to tenants. 3 of these. And again, that's just the power of the knowledge. He leveraged everybody's information, and he got that done. Anybody interested in rental properties? Right? Military, so everyone. Yeah, he did that. Exactly. And creative acquisitions. Thank you, Hanal. Awesome. Yes. Creative acquisitions. Now, creative acquisitions is another thing I think is telling you the benefits of leverage, right? We called Sandra. She was on our property tours a couple of weeks ago. Again, you can ask the person who invited you about seeing her property tour. Her story is very powerful. This lady has fortitude, right? She tried for 18 years. She's an injured military person, bounced around from job to job. She tried 18 years and bought every real estate training out there and did no deals, right? No deals. I don't know who would have quit after 18 years of trying. I know I would have quit. 18 years is a long time to try to be an investor, but she didn't give up. She had this dream and she really wanted to make it happen. And she found our community and she just plugged in. She plugged in and took and did everything she could, got that support she needed. And she said she was able to secure her first deal for $10 down. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but the class, she said, Ron, I watched this creative acquisition class you guys had for 3 or 4 times. It gave me the confidence to make a deal, make an offer for $10 down. And I had to borrow that $10 because I was overdrawn in my checking account. Right? How powerful is that to be able to make that, to have the confidence to pull the trigger on a deal, knowing you didn't have the money, you had to borrow the $10 from your mom, but she got that deal done and made cash at the closing. So again, since then, she's done 60 plus, I think 60 plus deals using that $10 down strategy. And her goal is to flip 100 properties this year, right? No credit, the credit. I mean, so there's leverage you can have out there to leverage this team to get yourself going, right? How many of you out there have bought all these bins of information and say, you know what, they're not working for me. I bought other stuff, it just didn't work for me. But this team, this masterful system can really work for you and change and make a change for you. Money lending. This is Jason's favorite thing, right? So John and Jill are an interesting story because they came to us. I think Jill was an agent and John is a successful electrician. And they really wanted to get into fix and flip. I said, Ron, you know, Jason and Joe and Ron, we're going to do a lot of flips. That's what we want to do. That's our niche. We see people doing all the time. That's what I want to do. So ask me, how many flips do you think John and Jill did? Here's the question. How many deals do you think John and Jill flipped? They've been with us maybe about 2 years. Who wants to guess? How many deals do you think they flipped since they've been here? While I take a sip of my tea. Mia said, what state? I think it was Atlanta, but it can happen anywhere, Leah. Lewis says 100. Sean says 30. Jasmine says 10. 0. It was kind of a setup. I'm sorry, I just set you up. Because once they realized, they came in our community, like, you know what, flipping seems a lot more involved. And they learned that they can self-direct their IRA, and they had a ton of money in the IRA, so they started doing money lending. And they're making, what, 12 to 20% on their money. So they said, you know, this is easier. We ain't got to risk anything. We just leverage our money. So so far, they think they have 10 or 11 money lending deals. And this is connects with Sandra because they were actually money lenders on Sandra's deal. So again, you can lend money from New York to Atlanta. So they're doing money lending and they're happy making their 20% return. 20%. If you're making 20% anywhere return, that's not happening anywhere. So they've done 10 money lending deals and they're an awesome couple. So all these stories are just to saying that you can do this too. Again, we're nothing special, nothing crazy about us. Some of us didn't know anything about real estate before we came here, but we learned everything here, leverage the people, leverage the team, and you can do this too. You can, right? Well, nothing special. Let's go into taxes. I want to talk a little bit about taxes and how people use the tax code. So, what time am I doing? 11:45. I'm doing pretty good on time. So this is what believe it or not, this is what your checking account looks like right now. You're paying a lot in taxes. 33% interest, 33%, you're living off 33%. Now, if you have any loans out there, then you understand what I'm talking about right here, right? Especially the jobs, SUTA, FUTA, FICA, all that stuff comes out automatically, and this is what you're living off. But this is what's possible, right? Imagine living off 80% of your living, paying 10% in taxes and 10% interest, or telling the government what you're gonna be taxed on. That's what the business owners do, right? So this is called the focus fork, and this is kind of going to explain it to you. And let's have this real discussion, right? How many of us on the line right here are low financial efficient, right? We have these debts, we're paying normal taxes, we have no write-offs, we have these fancy cars, our liabilities, our houses. Houses are liabilities, depending on how you're using it. If you're not making money from it, it's a liability. And you have the same 1st and 15th payday, right? You're waiting for that paycheck, that's it, fixed income. Anybody put a Y in the chat? That was me. I can be honest. That's what I was before I came to this community, right? But What if you could have high financial efficiency, right? What if you could have rapid debt reduction, right? Jason paid off 19,000 in 9 months. What if you could shave off years on your mortgage, right? What if you had write-offs from your dinner, taxes, telephone, right? Travel. What if you have increasing assets like properties, like rental properties? Yes, this is Renatus Lewis, right? Or what if you could have new and controlled income systems, right? What if you could have real estate and then another income system creating in cash flow every month after month, as well as your paycheck? Wouldn't that be great? Right? Let's go here. Let's change where our trajectory and go from being low efficient to high efficient. Because we all know people who are low efficient. This is called the hamster wheel, where you're going around and around. You're trying to work more hours to be the same person to pay the same debt every month after month. Right? Let's change that. And I hope that helps somebody out there. Because I mean, I'm sure some of us are living check to check. But let's talk about it. Employee versus business owner. Right? Look at that. How many write-offs does an employee have? 5 or 10 if you're lucky. But the business owner has 400 write-offs. You know, and we can use an example, Amazon or Trump, for lack of a better word, 750 in taxes. I wasn't surprised because he has write-offs. He uses his family, his businesses, all those golf shots you see, those are write-offs because those are probably him connecting with his business buddies, right? So the wealthy know how to use the tax code to their benefit. So I'm saying to you, even if you got a lemonade stand or whatever kind of business you can start a business so you can write off the everyday things that you spend money on, right? Anybody have kids on the line? Put a Y if you have a child on the line. Anybody will come off mute? Come off mute. Anybody have a child that's over 6 or 7 years old? Come off mute. Nephews, that's fine. Nobody has children on the line? You guys are awake? Come on, you gotta claim your kids, guys. Anybody have a kid? No? Well, it's a TS. Oh yeah, I'm laughing. Nobody has children? Okay, this is the first time I had a meeting when nobody had children. Tamara has nephews. So let's say Tamara, we're using Tamara as an instrument. I have a nephew too, niece and nephew too. So let's use my niece and nephew. Let's say I have nieces and nephews and I put them through my business, right? And I can write them off. I can have them sweeping or filing papers for me or doing my social media, because you know kids can do social media, right? You have girls 5 and 4. Okay, 5 and 4 might be tough. George says 2. How old are your kids, George? Oh, okay. But anyway, can't wait to put them to work. Yeah, put them to work, right? So anyway, you can have to say we have this fictitious person. Let's take me. I have my niece. My niece used to be in my business. So my niece, I used to have her do my social media. And what I would do is have her as an independent contractor marketer, and I could write off $12,000 per kid, per niece and nephew through my business. That's what the wealthy do. They have these write-offs. Imagine a $12,000 write-off for your kid. But you want to make sure your kid's doing the actual thing. If they can file, can they file? Can they sweep? Because you don't want to do anything fictitious. I mean, they can really do those things. And the same thing with your car. You're going to buy that fancy car anyway. Why not write it off? Use it through your business or buy it from your business. If you put that little magnetic stamp on the side or wrap it, it's 100% write-off, right? Anybody know what GC, Grant Cardone? Grant Cardone did the same thing. He bought a jet, put his name on the side. He was able to write off $1 million jet, right? To offset all the profits he was making. Again, this is chess, not checkers, guys. Chess, not checkers. And you can learn more about, I'm sorry, let me go back to that. You can learn more about this strategy today at 1:30, by the way. If you have any kids or nieces and nephews, you want to learn about that strategy at our CRP cash recovery at 1:30, you can learn more about that strategy. We go right into it. So anyway, education. Let's go to education because this is important to me. Are we good? Put a Y so far. Everybody's good? You guys are still alive? Put an A in the chat if you're still alive and well. Good. Jasmine's good. Good, alive and well. Awesome. So I like to make sure everybody's with me. So, to me, education is kind of the key, the cog that we need. And again, education is not about learning facts, but the training of your mind to think. And from this moment on, I'm going to ordain you guys as investors. Let's think like investors. right? Let's think about how we can write things off, how we can leverage everything we're around us to make us more profitable, right? So this is where I get my information from. And Lewis said it earlier. Renatus, I think I said it earlier anyway. Renatus, he must not have been paying attention. Renatus Education, myrenatus.com. Take a screenshot of this, open up another window, vet it. That's what I did when I first came in. My dad's a detective, full disclosure, or was a detective. So I vetted everything. I went through this thing through and through to make sure it was what it was, and it is what it is. It's awesome. And again, there's a lot of facts out there. It might be a bad review, good reviews. I did good reviews, but the facts are the facts. It has a A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, right? Not a credit. That means we didn't pay for it. It's not a credit. It's a natural organic rating. We want to Inc. 5,000 fastest growing companies 3 years in a row. So our trajectory is this way. And I think we made a ton of money during COVID as well, right? And then we have triple digit growth over 3 years. Again, these are facts you can check out with Inc. magazine, Better Business Bureau. And this is Bob. This is the guy who created this masterful system. He hired a PhD to figure out how people learn best, right? He made a system designed to have practitioners, people who actually made millions of dollars in their field, talk about that field. So you're learning about fix and flip from a couple who's done thousands of fix and flips and made all the mistakes so you can leverage their experiences, right? That word leverage again, right? And the classes are self-directed. So you can take the classes as you need, as the properties come up. So when that multifamily came up, I took the multifamily class, right? When that multifamily deal came across my desk, I'm like, you know what? I'm taking my classes again. Like me and Tamara right now are looking at a short-term rental in Florida. So I'm looking at my short-term rental classes hard heavy right now, right? And again, you can self-assess yourself to see what you know now and what you haven't learned, so you can assess yourself at the end and see what you've learned and the growth you've made. And again, we feel like Renatus is the epic solution: education and properties, income, and community, right? I'm always taking my classes, right? I'm always looking for properties. I'm always focused on my income. Can I create more income through income systems, right? And I'm always connected with my community. Me and Jason and Tamara talk almost daily, right? And I never met these people before I came here, but now I'm leveraging them all the time. Take a screenshot of this. This is what I call, and don't patent this anybody, real estate flicks, right? So last night I wasn't looking for a movie. I was looking for a strategy to watch last night. So I was watching my short-term rental class. While you guys were watching Netflix and Hulu, I was watching real estate flicks. And let's have that hard conversation. Let's make it a little uncomfortable. Because during COVID, we all know, we're all locked in the house. And how many of us have spent 450 hours on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or on cat YouTube videos, right? Or scrolling on Instagram or Facebook. Oh, that's what John's doing? Oh, that's when we got married? But what if we spent that time, that same time we spent here, watching classes, growing, improving our bottom lines, generational wealth, right? Let's think about how we leverage our time, boy. We're gonna say boys and girls. Let's think about how we leverage our time. I guess that's the teacher in me. I don't know. But let's think about how we leverage our time, right? It can be uncomfortable. Anybody who wants to admit they spent 450 hours on YouTube and Netflix? Nobody? I did pre-COVID. I did. A little bit during COVID. You listen, let's be honest. Nobody wants to be honest? Oh my, you guys are lying. Anyway, so this is people I've been watching lately. I've been watching eBay is my rabbit hole. Oh my God, eBay is good too. Another one. So these are the guys I've been leveraging lately. I've been leveraging multifamily when I was doing that classes. I was leveraging Jane Massey is awesome at showing about short-term rentals classes. 3 days of so much information from soup to bottom, from soup to nuts about short-term rentals. And then we have Hugh Zareski. This is a humble brag. I've got $1 million investor in my phone. So I can call Hugh, and Hugh does a webinar 3 days a week. So we can always have access to $1 million investor. Now I got $2 million investors actually in my phone. So your net worth is your net worth, right? So if you're around those same 5 people, not making a difference, doing the same thing they did last year, posting on Instagram, then what they're eating, you need to exit that circle, get to a circle where you're the lowest person, and they can make you better. That's why I'm around Tamara and Joe and Jason and Carlos and Jose, because I'm aspiring to get out of my job. I haven't left my job yet, and they all have. So be around people who's going to sharpen you up. That's my little plug today. Just be around those people. Choose your circle wisely. right? So I'm going to talk about education today. I'm not going to go into profits. So if you do have a business, any business owner, put a B in the chat if you're a business owner. Any business owners? Anybody, a realtor or have a lemonade stand, or you have a Uber driver? Okay, good. Check out Profits Tuesday night. I'm not going to go into it tonight, but this is going to show you how to automate your business, how to increase your productivity, how to have that mindset, how to speak to your customers in a different way and reach them. It's awesome. That's brand new. We just had this, we started this year, and Profits is awesome. So check that Tuesday night. Ask the person who invited you, which some of you is me, about Tuesday night at 9 p.m. with Profits. But I'm going to talk about essentials and AIT today. That's it. Essentials and AIT, because you guys came from real estate. That's what I'm giving you today. So take a screenshot of this. This is essentials. Now, let's get into the crux of this. This is again, I'm going back to your money. I hate to make this a sore spot subject, but this is where your money, your finances are going. You're pouring out money from interest. You're pouring out money from all the taxes you're paying. You're pouring out money from the IRA that's not making enough to meet with the demand or inflation. But what if we could sew all those things up with information? Knowledge is power, right? Velocity banking. Who has loans? They might have a loan. Put an L if you have a mortgage or a loan or a student loan. You should definitely come Wednesday. Oh, I can't write in black. You should definitely come Wednesday night. Ask me about Wednesday night. Yes, hello, Jasmine. Definitely Wednesday night, 6:30. Put it in your calendar right now. I gotta be there. You gotta see Jason do it. It's masterful. That's what stopped me in my tracks. I saw this. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I saw velocity banking. I saw how much I was paying in interest. You can't unsee it. Put it like that. Be careful. You can't unsee it Wednesday night. Thank you, Hanal. Lock it in. So Jason paid off 19,000 in 9 months. I think Newton 28,000 in 2 months. John and Jill 43,000 in 2 months, something like that. But it's crazy. It's a great strategy. So right there, I just showed on one of your holes right there. Now, tax and legal day one is going to tell you again how to write up your travel, vacation, dinners, some of your clothing. This phone right here. Who's paying for their cell phone? Put a CP in the chat if you're paying for your cell phone. Let's have that honest conversation. Put a CP. Put them all in there because you all pay for your cell phone. Let's go. Let's go. I should see 24 CPs, right? And my question is why? The wealthy, listen, I don't pay for my cell phone because CarPay, which is my business, needs me to have this phone so I can make calls to my contacts and sellers, period. That's why I write off my phone. Again, maybe 50% of it, 100%, depending on what you're doing with your business. Again, that class will tell you everything you need to know. What structure do I need to buy properties in real estate? Tells you that. How to pay off my kids, how to set up an advisory board. Everything is in tax and legal. It's about 10 hours. So get ready. It's a marathon, but it's going to change your life. Now, self-directing your IRA. Some of you guys have 401ks or IRAs. You can self-direct those because if you're in mutual funds, you're making maybe 3 to 5% if you're lucky. Right? What about making 10 to 15? Change that to 10 to 15% to back by real estate every 12 months. Not every year, not every 2 or 3 years, every 12 months. And then understanding credit is everything, period. You know that and I know it. How to get things off your credit report, how many credit agencies are there, how to fight with them, how to adjust things, all in this class from Jerry Accounts. So this is how to keep the money. Right? Because you've seen a lot of winners win $16 million and they're broke 3 years later. They don't know how to keep the money. Keep the money. This is how you make the money in real estate. Right? For some reason, I want to say make money. Anyway, it's okay. Make money, right? In real estate. Now, real estate foundations, this is where everybody needs to start. This is where you need to start, right here. Real estate foundation. This is going to make you on par with all the agents and investors out there right now because it's going to teach you how to talk like an investor, all the terms, how to analyze properties, how to find properties, how to get escape clauses, forming your market, how to do key searches. Everything you're going to need to start your real estate journey is here. You can say, Ron, I don't know anything about real estate. Start there. Ron, I do know something about real estate. Still start there. It's going to plug in them holes that you don't know. And I'm telling you right now, it's key. And I'm going to Jason or Tamara, let me know. Maybe I'll show them the back office really quickly if I have time. What do you think, Jason? Right. So negotiations, how to negotiate with that seller to get it down to a good price. They have all that intrinsic value. They have all that personal value in that property, but you and I know it's not worth what the house next door this built was paid for. But you have to have those conversations. How to use mirroring, tonality, positioning to have those negotiation skills. Jason says go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Why not? In deal of the decade, before I do that, I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna say this quietly because this is important. This is a secret, by the way. Deal of the decade is going to help you find those off-market deals. And I think Jose mentioned it yesterday. And you're going to say, well, Ron, what is an off-market deal? An off-market deal is a deal that's not on MLS, it's not on Zillow, it's not on Trulia, it's not on any of those things. And that's what we do. We use public records to find those deals. Divorce court, yes. Probate court, yes. Eviction court, yes, because those people are going through problems and you can help them out of their problems before they want to hit it on the market. And that can make you money over anybody out there who's just looking on Trulia. So if you're looking on Zillow and Trulia, you're fighting with everybody else, being honest. I'm an honest person, just letting you know that right now. You're fighting with everybody else. And people are buying above market right now. So they're going to outbid you right now. Just letting you know. They're paying over asking everywhere. You can ask Jason and Ada and Tamara right now. They're all playing over asking. So now real estate red flags for my new investors out there who are really happy and excited about that property and it has $100,000 spread. Wait a minute. Watch real estate red flags. I've seen people get into properties and not realize there's other things that go involved with it. Maybe there's foundational problems. Maybe there's liens that you didn't know about. Just real estate red flags is what to look for before you jump into a deal that you don't know what you're doing and you can get hurt. Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, Jasmine, let's talk about it. And then creative acquisitions. I mean, let's just say it. $10 down, no money down is possible. It is possible. I'm not saying if you all hear that all the time. I'm going to tell you, yes, it is possible with an asterisk. If you know how to negotiate it, if you know how to find it, if you even know what to say with a seller at that point, you got to be able to get that seller to understand, I'm not going to give you anything right now, but you may get your money on the back end, or I may save your credit. But you got to have those conversations. Those are sophisticated conversations. You can't just go in there winging it. It's not going to happen. I'm just being honest. I'm a truth sayer. That's it. But that's it. I'm going to give you guys a little quick test drive. What time is it? Quick test drive, really quick. Since you guys earned it, Jason said do it. Tamara said do it. Why not? I'll show you guys the back office. So, where is it? Let's find it. Okay, I found it. So, put a Y if you're with me so far. If you're excited, anybody excited? I'm excited. I get excited all over again when I talk about this. I get excited when I can talk about it all the time. You can see it. I'm emphatic, right? I can't help it. But anyway, this is our back office. This is where I do my real estate flicks. This is where I was last night. Tamara told me about the short-term deal. I don't know if I can talk about it tomorrow, but I talked about a short-term deal that she has, and it's going to cash flow pretty well. So I got excited and I went and watched all my short-term rentals, or majority of them. I'm still going through day 2 right now. But this is what I do. I go through my course catalog, right? And I say, okay, what do I want to watch tonight, right? Do I want to watch my short-term rentals? Sure, why not? Watch my short-term rentals. See, I watched all of this. I'm still on day 2 right now. Almost finished, right? Or do I want something else? But I'm going to show you the essentials because I think this is where you need to start. Some of you guys are brand new. Some of you guys are more advanced. We'll talk about that later individually. But let's go to essentials and foundation real estate. Where's it at? There it is, foundations. Now, real estate foundation, I want to tell you little benefits of what we have here. There's the downloadable audio. A lot of you guys don't want to read. I don't want to read sometimes. But I use the downloadable audio so I can listen to it in my car and immerse myself in it. There's also a workbook that goes along with this, so you can look at the workbook for the classes at the same time. So again, he's thinking, as an educator, I'm always thinking about modalities. How do people learn? They learn from experiencing it, seeing it, hearing it, being around it. And he gives you all of those. As again, I'm gonna make it really bigger. You can see this class is 5 hours and 57 minutes. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. If you're looking for Get Rich Quick, you can just log off right now. You're wasting your time. 39 segments. Again, I'll go through some of the segments right here: financial assumptions, why real estate, goal setting, problem solving, ready, fire, aim. Right? You see that property, you fire, and then you analyze it later because you might lose it. Right? Analysis paralysis won't work in real estate. Pillars of investing, key terms: REO, BPO, FMV. You might know what those terms mean. Again, if you can't talk like an investor, they'll treat you like a newbie and you might miss out on the deal. The market. What does your market look like? Jose farmed his market. If you were on the tour yesterday, I keep referring to it. He farmed his market. So when a deal came available, he knew how to do it and sell it and flip it quick. I can call it, if you want to make 70K, you want to know your market. If you want to make 70K in like a week, you better know your market pretty well. Knowing your local market. Best opportunities to build your team. Finding leads. A lot of you wholesalers out there, this is it. You guys need this. Keyword searches. Keyword searches continued. Common and uncommon sources. Renatus iOS, the system I told you about, uses 49 MLSs. He goes through it as well. Organizing your business. Real estate strategies. Strategy exercise, right? Going through passive versus active investing. Analyzing deals. All you wholesalers need this. Put a star next to that one. I come across more wholesalers who don't know their numbers, give me an address and a number, and that's not how you present a deal to anybody. Key. Let's give you a nugget right there, another nugget. Please do not send me an address and an ARV. Right? Send me the comps. ARV exercise, very key. Right? Because a brick that's semi-attached is not the same as a lower square footage property that is attached. I mean, you got to apples to apples, ARV, guys. CMA. Right? What goes in there? What to ask? Conventional versus hard money. You know, there's 3 different ways to get money: conventional, hard, and private. Right? What's better, conventional versus hard money? How much is going to cost? Money costs, by the way, as well. Making offers. You've analyzed, you look. Now you're going to make that offer. Right? Escape clauses, closing an escrow and taking action. Right? Who says why? Put a why in the chat. Like, I can use that in my business right now. I can use that. And then you have documents. Not only that, they give you documents. Some classes give you spreadsheets of that you can use and put into action, right? And this one comes with a glossary of all the real estate terms from A through Z. So again, this is the foundation. You start here and build your business from up, right? Who says, I can use something like that? That's pretty, all right? Who's excited again? I'm excited all over again. Let's move it. So now let's go into, let's see. Let's go back to the slides. I gave you a little glimpse on the back office. This is what it is. Just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like, how you can navigate it and maneuver. Oh, it's in the wrong thing right here. Where's slides? Okay. All right. So that's essentials. Take a screenshot of that. Now you all know what essentials is. And again, that's where you start. Again, each class is 6 to 7 hours. Some of them a little longer. Each class is updated every 2 to 3 years or 1 to 2 years, depending on the market. If the market calls for it, there's a big law change, then we change it. Like tax and legal is brand new for 2020. I think so is self-directing your IRA. I think it's new for 2020. Not only that, you get the downloadable audio with every class. All right. So now I'm going to go into more advanced. You say, Ron, I love the foundation. I'm going to build upon that. Now I want to get into those deeper classes, those hands dirty skill classes. So the AIT is broken up into core and strategy. The core classes are those 3 classes that you need for the foundation of that class. And then strategy is those 5 in-depth, advanced, in-depth skill training classes. That makes sense, right? So let's go into it. I'm not going to go into all these today. I may hit upon wholesaling because a lot of you guys had wholesaling as one of your things. So I'm going to make it more pertinent for you guys. But take a screenshot of this. These are our 11 learning paths. You have wholesaling, fix and flip, 8 classes in fix and flip, 8 classes in buy and hold, right? This is how JC was able to get those properties and property managers. So he don't even have to go anywhere. The property manager does everything. Anybody else want to be a virtual owner? That's me. I want to be a virtual owner. This class teaches you how to do that. Multifamily, anybody want multifamilies? This class teach you how to do that. Short-term rentals, yes, please, right here. Short-term, short sales, how to put that paperwork together to negotiate with the bank. Short sales and foreclosures here. Now the next one, commercial. We had a guy 2 weeks ago, use commercial. He seller financed, he paid nothing out of pocket for a 13-unit property in New Jersey. Now, if anybody wants to know that, then check out this class right here, commercial real estate, business management, tenants and no tenants and termites and toilets. Can't say that. It's tax liens and deeds, seller finance notes, which I didn't even know was a market, but that's a multi-million-dollar market of seller finance notes. Wealth acceleration and retiring in real estate. That's what I want to do. All right, retiring real estate. Everybody got screenshots of that? We clear? Put some C's in the chat if we're clear, so I can move on. I don't want to go too fast for anybody. You guys got it? 11 learning paths. And I'm gonna say this again, at the follow-up, we go through deeper of all these strategies. I'm not gonna, for the sake of time, I'd be here all night going through every class. As you can see, I'd be here all till tomorrow morning. But for your sake of time, I'm gonna go through the wholesaling path because a lot of you guys are wholesalers and I'm gonna share some information. Good? Jasmine's good, Tia's good, Ada's good. Is that Cabrella? Did I say it right, Cabrella? Good. Over 300 hours of AIT training. Now, here's my question, guys. Who says, you know what, Ron, I could do some damage. I could do at least the deal with 300 hours of AIT training. Who said I could do at least one deal, Ron? I could do some damage with that. Put a 1 in the chat. If you say, I can do some damage with that, Ron. Let me put my hands on Real Estate Flicks. I can do some damage. Nobody has confidence in themselves? I should see 1,000,000 ones. Come on. And Jason and Tamara will be there to hold your hands. Right? So let's go into wholesaling. A lot of you guys are wholesaling. I see a lot of ones. There you go. Who's that? Is it Yelida? Yelidia? I think I mangled your name, Yelidia. Did I say it right, Yelidia? I don't know. Anyway, so wholesaling. The key to wholesaling that people don't really realize, to me, is knowing your market. Market analysis. Lydia. Lydia? Okay. Did I say it right that time? So the key to wholesaling, of course, is negotiations. And of course, is title escrow closing, of course. And contracts, having the escape clause is important, right? How to have the escape clause. But besides that, it's marketing analysis. It's understanding what the market calls for. If you're shopping that 2-2-1, which is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, in a 3-2 area or a 4-2 area, you're not going to get the same price. You're not going to get it. Or knowing what seller's going to buy or what's going on. Is it moving towards multifamily? Is it moving towards single family? Is it zoned? Everything is in market analysis. And that's the key, one of the keys to being a wholesaler. And the other key is just knowing what to do. In this class, this guy's done millions of dollars. The Cowboy has done millions of dollars in wholesaling. And he's going to teach you everything from start to finish of how to wholesale a property. And that's what you need. You need that. You're going to leverage his experience, leverage his time to get you started. Not only that, it covers auctions as well. Because the auctions, when you got to pull the trigger within a day. So how to do that analysis from your computer is important. And then lease options, right? How to lease options, how to buy a house like you do a car. Put some money down, pay monthly payments, and make a balloon at the end. Lease options, right? And that's a strategy. Now, if you're not a seasoned investor, all you're thinking is, I'm going to pay money for this property. I don't have the money. I can't buy the property. What about lease options? What about subject to? There's other methods and strategies you guys need that the knowledge, and you got to leverage that knowledge to get those strategies, right? And I'm going to say this all the time. Those who know always do better than those who don't know. Those who know the strategies will always do better than those who don't know, period. Right? And that's my little tip on wholesaling. So let's move on. Again, all the learning, I'll be here all night. I'm not gonna do that all night. So I know a lot of you guys are thinking, okay, Ron, I've heard a lot. Okay, well, what does it cost? Now, again, I told you, you don't have to make any payments today. You don't have to make any promises today. We're not gonna ask you anything today. Don't worry about it. But again, I ordained everybody here investors. So as an investor, you should be thinking, Not how much does it cost. How much can I write off, Ron? Can I use this for my business and write this off? Yes, and yes, and bigger yes. That's what I did. That's how I got a great tax return because I was able to write this off my business. Has to be a profitable business, has to be a legit business, but you can write it off. All right, but let's go through our bonuses first. That's a great question. With our team, take a screenshot of this because this is important. Because I know a lot of you out there are thinking, okay, well, Ron, how do I get the support? I'm getting these classes. I don't even know what to do with them. So this is where we come into play. And we come along with the ride. Again, it's an ecosystem. So we have property tours, right? Do I need an LLC? Well, you can use other entities, Jasmine. We'll talk about that. You don't just need an LLC. You can do any kind of entity. Right. So we have property tours every weekend. And me and Joe and Jason have made it our point to show one almost every weekend because we want people to see that it's possible. These are everyday people taking advantage of our strategies and our community and leveraging everybody to get deals that you can see and talk about. Right. Then you have weekly masterminds where you bring your deals. Remember I talked about JC and he brought his deal there, right? Bring it to the masterminds. Have 30 investors looking at your deal, scoping it out, giving you tips, right? Imagine having a deal and having people go through your deal before you pull a trigger on that contract. That's would have been a mistake, right? Monthly workshops. You know, we can meet different strategies. We have a private money lending workshop a couple of weeks ago. We have workshops all the time, every weekend for different strategies. And then study groups. You know, maybe say, no, Ron, I'm not going to watch the classes on my own, but if you have a study group counting on you and networking with you, you're more able to do more. You do better to have that support. Now we have a Monday one. We have Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday study groups. Some like the advanced combo, extreme combo, I'll talk about later, has one-on-one coaching. Sometimes you have the ability to do live classes. I'm not sure with COVID if that works anymore, but you can watch it online live. And then we have group coaching, right? Group coaching Tuesday nights with Gavin. At 10 p.m., he goes over one strategy, and then he takes the calls from everybody online with their questions about real estate. Right? Imagine having a coach you can go to, right, on Tuesday nights to have your questions answered. And if that's not enough, Ron, I can't make it to those. We have daily webinars. Joe, Jason, Hugh, right? Myself sometimes. We have daily webinars where you can kind of plug in, get some golden nuggets, get your questions answered. Sometimes even bring a deal in the morning, right? I got a deal, a hot deal. Let's talk about it right now. And if that's not enough, you know, would it be out of the question to ask Jason or Tamara for 5 minutes or 10 minutes at a time about a deal? No. On myself? Not at all. Yeah, hello, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of them in Utah, so it's mountain time over there. But yeah, right. Powerful. Who says why? I can use that kind of support. Put a why chat. You could use that kind of support and team. Because I could. That's why. Listen, this is what sold me. I'm like, okay, I got all these people. I can leverage them. Sure, sign me up. Only me and her know. Okay, you guys are good. You guys are loners. I'm not a loner. Right. So now the next one. Bonus 2. Complimentary lifetime access. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. Lifetime. Now you're like, okay, what is life? What do you mean lifetime? That means our owner, CEO Bob, gives you 12 months redemption period on Extreme Combo and Essentials, and I'll go through which package is which. But he said, you know what? I know some people have life issues, things happen. So as long as the website is active and you're an active member and you're not having any complaints against you or anything like that, you can have a lifetime access to the education classes that are updated every couple of years and the community for life. So that told me he wanted me around. He's not giving me a 3 months trial free and you got to run and you can't get it done. That tells me he's a real person. He wants to build a lifelong relationship with me and my family and my team. So lifetime is important, right? And let's have the conversation. Let's have another conversation. What are we capable of in 5 years? Because it's not about today. It's about today. We're learning and growing. But what are we capable of? And again, this is just for explanational purposes. Results may vary. I'm just giving you an example of a guy named Guy. Now, Guy's plugging into everything we have, everything. He's plugging in, but he's got a full-time job, just like you and me. He's got a full-time job. Maybe he can't do everything that we go through. So in 2 years, could he do a deal? Who thinks he could do a deal with 2 years if he has all this other information? He's plugging in. He's got Tamara talking on the phone every once in a while, once a week. Who says, yeah, I can, he can do some damage with that? Of course he can, right? Maybe him and Jason split a deal for 15K. He finds a deal. Jason has funding. You know, Jason always has money. And he does a deal with Jason. They split it. Maybe he makes 15,000. Maybe he makes 10,000. Who knows? But can he do better the next year and years after that? Can he do better? Of course he can, because he's getting better. He's learning his market better. He's doing more of his classes. He's doing better analysis. Of course, the sky's the limit for this guy. Maybe he does commercial, maybe he does short-term rental. It doesn't matter, but the sky's the limit. What I'm saying to you is that we're not giving you a fish. We're teaching you how to fish for the rest of your life and your children's lives and your children's lives. Generational wealth. That's why I'm in it, right? Powerful stuff. So how much are the essentials, Ron? I'm glad you asked. The essentials is $24.97 if you're doing billing, if you're paying billing. If you're paying in cash, within 21 days, you save $500, right? Do you get all these classes like the markets up, ready for them? Again, that big word I said, lifetime. Now you get learning partner access. If you want a partner, you can split that in half. Hey, Joe, let's go into it. You serious? You really serious? Okay, good. Let's do it together. Half. 12-month redemption period, complimentary lifetime access, downloadable audio, group coaching, daily webinars, masterminds, all that, soup to nuts, everything here. Right? 24-hour access. And again, this is the billing price. Maybe you don't have a lot, right? I don't have a lot. $400 down is not a lot. Again, just my personal story, just an example. I made, let's say I got a return of over 3K last year. So that could pay for my essentials. Right? Let's say you do a wholesale deal. It's possible. I'm not saying this can happen. Possible. Wholesale deals between 5 to 10K. Right? That pays for the essentials. And then I get infinite returns on my money on my next couple of deals. Right? Now, $400 a month scares you, and then maybe real estate is for you. $24.95.77 scares you, then maybe real estate is for you. I'm just being honest. Because real estate takes tools, it takes skills, it's going to take leads, it's going to take things. And I'm not here to sell you a story. I can't wait to start. That's what I'm talking about, Jalidia. Sorry, Jalidia. I love to hear that. Right? But let's say, you know, Ron, I like essentials, but I think I want some advanced. I want one of those learning paths as well, 2 of those learning paths. I'm glad you said that. Let's go to advanced. Now, I want to make something clear about advanced, because advanced can be kind of confusing to people, and I like to make things very clear. As you can see, I'm a teacher. I like to make things super, super clear and super, super simple. So with the advanced combo, you get still get the essentials lifetime, right? But you pick 2 learning paths. Let's say we got a lot of wholesales on the line. You want to do wholesale and you want to do some short-term rentals with me and Tamara in Florida, right? Or whatever, short sales, whatever you want to do. Now, this one is $19.97. Now, if you're paying cash or I don't want to pay any interest, Ron, I want to pay cash, you save 2K, save 22K if you pay within 21 days, by the way. Now, with the 2 learning paths, let me go back to that. You only got them for 12 months. So you really got to get in and know your skills and know your stuff, get in and get started. Now, if you're doing wholesales, again, let's go back to this. You're not doing a wholesale for less than 5K. I've seen people like yesterday, Jose made 70K on a wholesale. So if you do one deal like that, that pays for my advanced. And then the next ones are like infinite returns on my money. Right? The next one, I'm making ROIs through the roof. Again, we're thinking like investors. We're not thinking about laymen. We're leveraging our time and money. right? Even with a short-term rental, let's do a short-term rental route. Let's say our short-term rental cash flow is $400 a month, right? Who could use an extra $400 a month, right? That pays for all my payments if I pay slow. Yeah. Oh, $400, $118, not 400. Yeah, 400 down payment. Yes. I think I said that clearly, right? Right. Again, we're teaching you how to fish, not to give you a fish. If you're a real estate investor, this is what you want to do. You want them cash flow. You want them massive paydays. So let's not think small. Let's think long. I can't find my screen. All right. Are we clear about that? Put some C's in chat. We're clear. Yes, hello. I'm glad you guys are getting it. Again, if you're doing two or three rentals, short-term rentals, I mean, it's great through the roof. Let me clear my screen. Sorry about that. Now you say, you know what, Ron? I like the advanced combo, but I don't want the 12 months. Let's get everything. Get everything, everything lifetime. Let's go through it. We put L's everywhere. All right, so you have everything. Real estate flicks, the full gamut of everything. Imagine having Netflix for real estate flicks, right? Every class, every strategy you want for life. The bonus with this is you get 6 one-on-one sessions with Gavin. So not only can you speak to our local community and get some questions answered, we're not coaches, clarify, we're just team members, but you can get coaching from Gavin, a practitioner who's done millions of dollars. Now the price of this one is $24. This is what I did. This is what Tamara did. This is what Jason did. Full disclosure, so did Ada. $24,000. Now if you pay within cash, move these things on my way. You save $5K. So I've had a team member do that, save $5K. She didn't want to pay it slow and pay interest, $5K, because there's interest on these down payments. Now again, you can put $4,000 down and make 5 payments of $583. I'll make sure that's clear. Now again, if you're in this for the marathon, and let's say you're doing a fix and flip, what's a fix and flip? 20K to what? I don't know, 60 plus for sure, right? That pays for one fix and flip pays for my education, and then my next couple are I'm cash flowing crazy. I got massive paydays. My life has changed. Again, if that scares you, I don't know. This is the real estate game. This is the change your life game. This is the leveraging game. All right. Are we clear with that? Put some C's in chat. We're clear with that. We'll make sure everybody's clear on the different packages. Again, in the follow-up, we go more in depth to everything, to your situation. We tailor it. Don't worry, don't fret. We always try to make it less evasive. There's 13 ways to pay. Don't let money get in the way of your dreams. There's 13 ways to pay. There's private money. There's whole life cash value of your whole life insurance. There's retirement funds. There's HELOCs. You know, I have an old 4 IRA from an old job. You can use that. And if worst come to worst, we always have billing available. Right? If you got a card you can swipe, there's always billing available. These are all the down payments in case you wanted to know about them. Take a screenshot of that. Again, the person who invited you will go through everything with you to make sure you can get your education and then try to get you on a deal, right? Get you that funding. So we set you on a little path to help you get started with getting your first deal on that trajectory. Are we clear? Good. I'm excited all over again. Again, the poor mindset is education is a burden. The wealthy mindset is education is a journey. A la Bill Gates, a la Warren Buffett, a la Oprah Winfrey. They're always learning. They're voracious learners because they know that there's money's in knowledge. The money's in leveraging knowledge in people, right? That's where the money's at. So let's go into business. Now, full disclosure, this is optional. If you don't want to, if I want to know only about real estate, I don't want to know anything about any income systems, that's fine. This is optional, right? Put an O in the chat for optional. I'll make sure it's optional. I don't want anybody saying I have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Let me get some O's. Good. We have the home stretch. This last 5 minutes, we're done. All right, so Now, the business side is optional. When I first got started, full disclosure, they were like, Ron, you could do the earn while you learn. And I'm like, what is the earn while you learn? I said, Ron, you can earn money while you're learning real estate. They said you can start another income system, right? Again, talking about income system. Remember, I'm changing my efficiency to learn about income systems. Ron, you can do another income system and increase your capital. Did you find what's here valuable? Yeah. I said, can people that you meet, can they benefit from what you're learning here? Sure. And you can make money showing them the same opportunity you got. And I'm like, really? They said, yeah, as an independent contractor marketer, Ron, you can make money with us, around us, learning from us, and show people the same opportunity and change their lives and make money that way as an independent contractor marketer. And I'm like, wow, that's cool, because we don't advertise on radio and billboards. We rather have people who actually enjoy the education talk about the education. And I said, that makes sense. And they said, well, what skills do I need? They said, Ryan, can you talk to people? Can you drop cards like I do? Can you post a picture? Can you create an Eventbrite? Can you make banner signs? I said, yeah, I can do all those things. I do it anyway. Well, Ron, you can earn money from that, just from showing people online what you're doing, what you're learning. Your journey can help somebody else do the same thing, and you could possibly do deals together in the future. And I said, that's amazing. I said, well, how much can I make? They said, Ron, you can make between $300 and $3,500 per sale. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you can make $335 I'm like, wait a minute. If I make one sale of an extreme combo, I could pay for my essentials? Yeah. Let's say if I make 3 or 4 of those, I could pay for my education? Yeah. And I'm helping people at the same time? Yeah. And I'm like, this gotta be a catch. And there's no catch. I mean, it's just helping people do the same thing you're doing. So I'm always focused on my income systems, my marketing, and my real estate. Because the truth, here's the hard truth I'm going to give you. That some of you guys are not ready for. You're going to have to talk to a lot of people before you get that one deal. Hundreds of sellers before you get that one deal. Now imagine being armed without one question, but 2 or 3 offers. Instead of saying to that person, you know what, I know you don't want to sell your property, but what about expanding your portfolio or paying off your mortgage faster? And some people say, yes, you know, Ron, I want to do that. I want to learn these other things. Or I want to sell my property. And either way, I'm making money from my marketing and my real estate. So now I've got income systems coming in both ways, passive income coming in both ways. And again, the sky's the limit. This is just an example. Results may vary. I'm just telling you what was possible. But I've done this. I've had people from different states join my team. And it's amazing to have those connections with other people, different places and different properties I can get. And again, it saved me and Jason another deal. Having that team member in Chicago saved us some money. All right. So how do you get paid? Well, on every sale we have a commission value. So on essentials, on profits, you can make $360. Essentials, $300. Advanced combo, $1,200. Extreme combo, $3,500. Right? And my friend Nate's online. He's a regular guy, but he loves Facebook and he loves sharing his story about his family and his travel and how he's teaching people and doing flips and doing rentals. And from sharing his story online with different people and they joined, he made $142,000 in a month. That's aside from his real estate business. Let that sit in. Just from saying, hey, you want to come to a meeting, check out a meeting, you like it, awesome, join me, let's do some deals together. Just from sharing the opportunity, he made $142,000 besides his rental properties and his flips, just from showing people the opportunity we have here. Right? Who can use extra $300 per month? I know I can, right? If you can, join the team, do it as well. Monthly, again, we have support for this too. We have workshops, masterminds, daily webinars to help you with your marketing and your real estate business. We're always there to support you no matter what. And that's my time. Check out Velocity Banking Wednesday. See how to pay down debt at an accelerated rate without paying any more money. Again, Jason is our poster child for that. 19K in 9 months is amazing. 28K in 2 months is amazing. That's Wednesday night. Put it in your calendar. Be there. Be square. Again, what's next for you? Your next step should be follow-up. Our follow-up is tonight at 7 p.m. if you can make it. We demonstrate the education a little deeper, additional ways to find the money, how to start, manage, and grow your business, and how to use iOS to find deals right away. Right away. Again, this is today. Now, if you got time now, 1:30 is about an hour. You can take a lunch. And if you want to do a test drive at 1:30, do a test drive at 1:30. Come see Joe, meet Joe Styles, one of my mentors. He showed you how to do that, pay your kids do your business strategy. Follow up tonight at 7 p.m. Profits is Tuesday. Velocity Banking is 6:30 on Wednesday. Take a screenshot of this, guys. Right? Put a Y in the chat if you understand. If we're clear, you understand it, you got it. Ron, I get it. Oh my God, this is amazing. I want to be there. Let me know if you want to be there at 1:30. I'll send the link to my team members. We'll send you guys the link. You can come check it out. I think it's, if you're around and you're home and you're snowed in like me, why not come and see it? Check out this website for testimonials. 3030-vision.com. See some testimonials. Here's some more stories about what people have done with this system that we have. Right? Good. And if that's not enough, we got my boy Jay doing a fix and flip funding property tour next Saturday at 2 p.m. He's so excited about it. Jason is so excited. Jason, you want to tell him about your funding, your fix and flip funding property tour? So Jason's funding a lot of deals. So he wants to show you how his strategy of funding, how he's making money, 60% return on one deal, which is amazing. And that's it. You guys can come off mute if you want to ask any questions or see more or go back to a screen or take a screenshot. I'm very funny, right? Profits is Tuesday night. Check this out. So any questions, guys? Hanal, you guys can come off mute, ask your questions, talk. Let's go. How you doing out there? How was it? We excited? Let's do it.
Hey, Ron, and everybody on this call. Thank you for giving your Sunday morning.
Hello, how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sitting on my sofa. It's really quiet. I had Bible study earlier this morning.
Oh,
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you for making this available at an accessible time. My dad's a realtor. And,
awesome.
I've seen my family struggle with not generational wealth, but intergenerational poverty. And
wow.
I finally paid off all my credit card debt this month. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm sitting on some savings and grant money. Ooh. And I just want to figure out how I can make passive income versus just like cash for services, which is how I support myself currently as a freelancer, like multimedia content freelancer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And, I just want a better relationship to the game. I think just even if people are hesitant on this call, because like the economy is
it's a scary time
right now, but I actually know, I don't think it's just the Atlanta real estate market. I actually think this is a great time for people to be getting into real estate. And, just even for the essentials course, I think that's a bargain to have a lifetime.
I say it every time, but I can't say that because it makes me look like, I'm telling you, I'm almost challenging you. It will do well for you. Just the taxes alone. I'm sorry, Tamara can tell you, Jason can tell you, it's done wonders. And just because we say it, it doesn't, you got to check it out. So Hanal, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I look forward to your journey. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Are you gonna stay at want to come at 1:30? Can you stay?
I'm a little bit zoomed out because Bible study was also on Zoom.
I get it.
I'm on Zoom all morning. But I'm gonna figure out what timeline to join into Essentials.
Talk to me later. Let's talk. If you're zoomed out, we could have a phone call later and we'll talk.
Okay.
All right. I'm excited. I love that. Thank you, Hanal. You made my day.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And I wish well for everybody on this call. I think we all have to figure out a way to beat the system.
Yes.
And I'm thinking back to the video at the beginning. I do think the system is not set up to empower most people.
It's not.
And
I can't say it, but the banking system doesn't want it to work.
They don't want us wealthy. Like us being in debt and paying interest is what keeps them wealthy.
No, they don't want us knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Docile and paying is good. Dumb and paying is fine.
right.
So
So I just think, 2K or whatever the essentials was, it's a pretty small down payment toward.
and you can listen, and you guys take a 7-day challenge. Anybody online, take a 7-day challenge. If you don't think it's really beautiful, or I didn't say that. I think it's a 7-day right of decision. So you can take a 7-day challenge, go through it. If you don't love it, you can always say, you know what, Ron, I can't write it off and cancel it.
Not
That's
sure.
fine. So we make it a no-brainer. We make it like a no-brainer, basically. So thank you, Hanal, sharing your story. I'm excited. Congratulations for paying off your taxes. We're paying off your debt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo, I love it. Hanal, we'll talk later. What time are you free? Are you free around 3 o'clock?
Um,
Or later, it's fine.
pos-
Let me know what time. You can text me. I think we text each other. And let me know what time. Anybody else? Who else? Then Ada, Jasmine, Dana, Dujon, George, Janae, Jasmine. How you doing, Jasmine? Mariah, Rosie. I didn't see you guys. You guys were quiet. Mariah and Rosie, I didn't even hear from you guys. Marco, I didn't hear from none of you guys. You doing great, Jasmine? You want to stick around later, Jasmine? Let me know. You guys are too quiet. Sure. Okay, I'll send you the link for 1:30, Jasmine.
People are thinking.
Let's see. Dejon, George, nobody else? Any questions? If not, I'm going to leave. People, they're processing. You're right. You're right.